Okay, we're live. And, yeah, well, not live, just recording.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess if someone had a means of streaming us live, we would be live. And I guess in regards to death and life, we are live. But
Stop
with the
with the
exception of someone's
philosophy.
voice.
Are we
Okay,
really
sorry.
live though? Are we really
All right.
live though?
Okay, so when last, and feel free to, you know what? Actually, let's do it the way Annie did. Annie, why don't you summarize what happened the last adventure?
I see where you're going with this. I'm not enjoying this. Why is Flux rolling 10 force explosive? Why?
He's getting rid of his wands. Look how many wands there.
Oh my gosh. Yes, anyway. Alright, let's see. Frick. Okay. When when we last left our heroes, I don't remember what we did. Okay, no, I do remember what we did. It was the 21st of January. Wait,
Was
no,
it the
it wasn't the
21st or
21st
the
of January.
23rd, I think.
It was the 21st of January, where a Tuesday, where Dynamite gave Nymph a subpoena for appearing in court for a grand jury hearing, and while the Aegis guys were like yelling boo at her while maintaining her form as practice. On the 23rd of January 2020, the team meets up in front of the courthouse, and there's an explosion half a block down from us, and this weirdo lady whose name we have not been told in character yet strides out of the smoke, who has a cocky Cockney accent, and here to talk about our grand jury hearing against Redeemer, her good friend, apparently. That's about it. Yeah, that person, that guy,
Okay.
that dude.
That was, I mean, yeah, unfortunately, there wasn't a huge amount that
Nope,
episode
that's.
0.5, but that was,
I
that was,
I mean, you probably had like you did have like other characters being informed of by other people that I didn't write because it's a POV journal.
yeah. Well, and let's see, as I recall, Snow Angel was the
Donut
one
Fairy.
who, Snow Angel talked to Bunny Hop.
Snowflakes.
Donut Fairy.
Donut Fairy talked to
Literally the greatest
Lottie.
literally
Or
the,
was it? Yeah, it's Lottie, right?
Yeah.
no, it's like latte.
And then Dr. Realgood was the one who spoke to Entropy. And I think that largely puts us back up to track.
Hey, by the way, Aillas, just making sure. Is Doctor Realgood in this universe the inspiration behind Doc Brown in the Back to the Future movies in this universe?
It may as well. Why not?
Yes, good. I mean, if you said no, I'm gonna say, well, okay, so your only options are yes and definitely yes.
Okay. And I gotta be honest, I haven't figured out what it's gonna do, but I know that the business card that Dr. Realgood gave Entropy is gonna be something special. Probably a drone.
It's a real good business card, okay? It's a real good business
It's
card.
real good.
It's really good. No, it's real good.
Whoever did the Vegemite actually did a very good job.
Who did Vegemite? Oh, that was Janine. That's what happened when Janine gets bored. She makes amazing art that she is too bored to actually make actual art, but she's yes. It's boredom infused skill and talent. I wish I had boredom induced talent, but I don't.
You have neither boredom nor talent?
I
can
have
boredom.
constant boredom and the constant zero talent. Yes.
Well, Flux is getting impatient.
Mhm.
As
Okay.
always. Hey Flux, you're not Mr. Torg.
All right. Explosion.
Explosion.
All right. Boom. All right. So you guys gauge at the figure that is to be known as Vegemite as the smoke curls behind her. Pan out to the scene. It looks like a Western movie. She's facing you from down the street. There's very few passerbys around. It's
Almost like
it's
there's
kinda
recently been an
late
explosion.
morning. Yeah, there's recently been an explosion. People have dived for cover or dove for cover, depending on how you like to say that. What the hell is wrong with you, Janine? All right, so
Defend for cover. There we go. Defend for cover. That just makes it better in every way. Oh
and
my god.
she
That's
looks at you
terribly
and
overpriced.
says, "You are not going to testify against Redeemer. If you testify against Redeemer, you're going to pay. Not money."
I'm crying. Help me. I'm going to cry. You may actually kill Evelyn from coughing too loudly.
Uh,
Oh my god, she's actually dying. Help. Oh my god. Oh no.
Bonnie Summers may actually be in laughing as she hears her accent.
She starts to stamp her feet in anger. I demand to be taken seriously.
Okay, stop talking, please. You're killing me.
Okay,
That's
I think
in
I'm good
character.
I wonder what Lottie is doing in character.
Hold on. Oh, fuck.
Oh my gosh, Flux was actually going to speak, but then something is hard beyond him and he just goes mute again. Oh no, he's not mute. Evelyn muted. Okay. Oh, now Flux
Oh my
muted.
god. No, oh, you just killed me.
Yeah, she did. She did.
Oh my god. Crazy.
Bye, Flo.
Okay. So is anyone doing anything?
Uh,
I thought,
Vegemite is obviously getting frustrated.
I thought Dude Face was. I mean, sorry. I thought Bonnie was.
yeah, she's just laughing at her accent, and she stops and says, "Sorry, what was you talking about again? You lost me on the first word."
Oh, I am being very unhappy with how you're treating me. And there starts to be a little bit of a glow about her, because obviously something is getting ready to happen.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bonnie
one
is
second.
not taking it
Yeah,
seriously, so she's
I
gonna.
think I should. I think I should do the thing that I have. Thing. Where is
The
my?
thing that you have?
Yes, that is precisely what I meant to do. Wait, just need to open the thingy. Where are you, thingy? Thingy, are you here? Thingy, thingy. Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to figure. Daphne's trying to figure out who this person is and what they're trying to achieve here. I guess by this.
Oh, okay. Are you trying to assess or post a mask?
That's a good question. What? Sorry, I burped like a maniac.
Yeah, we could tell.
Yes. Well, I mean, okay. I guess.
I mean, pierce the
She's.
mask includes like, what are you really planning? What do you want me to do? Blah 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 blah. And assess the situation is looking for the threats, the dangers, etc. I mean, both can kind of, obviously
Yeah,
you can.
she did use a bomb recently that I like. It appears that she used it, but I'm not sure. So I'm trying to figure out if the bomb and her are related. I guess.
Okay,
There's.
so which do you? I'll let you choose. Are you? What do you think you want to do?
I don't really know.
Why don't you pierce the mask?
All right. Sure. I mean, one's a 1 and the other's a 0 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm not sure if this will gonna end up into a fight, so I don't think before we get started trigger yet. So yeah. All right. So mundane. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, give me my first XP of the game. Yes. Yeah. Boy.
Unless someone wants to assist you.
What's the team pool? Do we even have team pool?
Well, you got one to start with, and then as soon as an official combat starts, then we go through the questions.
I don't know.
In fact, how did you normally post team pool? That's a good question. Annie, what's the best way to post a team pool? Do you know?
Oh, I just use the I just use the turn counter and put the value of the team there. Then I can easily increase or decrease it, and it stays between sessions.
Okay, let's see. Now I gotta find the turn counter. Is that the clock?
That should be the clock, yes. Near the dice symbol on the left. Hey, there we go. Turn order. For
Okay.
some reason, like every game I've been in, I've suggest like mass game on Roll20 that I've been in, I've suggested the turn order for a use as a team, but everyone prefers to use like a text handout which you have to open every time. I don't know why. This is
Yeah.
so bizarre.
Ugh.
Like, isn't it better
Alright.
to just see it all that, or just write on the background than constantly change it every time? Just it's so funny. Like, yes. Oh, you just add a new, just call it team, and then like that's what I do. Just add new turn thingy. Call it T. I have to pause. I have to mute myself.
Oh, okay. Like that. Can everyone see that okay?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Okay. So with that in mind, Matt, why don't we say you're facing a dangerous foe? Does anyone want to step forward as leader?
I don't think my character will step out of it.
Okay. So did anybody like? So I took the XP from that one, right? The potential from that fail.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think everyone
So
wanted to leave you hanging.
so I think like like wouldn't like the hard move have like? Are you holding on to the hard move?
Yeah, I get to punish you, don't I?
I mean you can choose not to, but and you can also hold it. So like you're doing the team before that. So I was curious if you're holding on to the hard move for later or just like doing so like what was it like or just ignored it. I don't know.
Sorry.
It's almost like I want the GM to do bad stuff to my character.
I know. It's almost like we all want to see bad stuff happen to any character.
I would definitely refuse to agree to be the team leader, but it's like if you let me, then it's fine. Like I don't know if you can tell in character that she made any moves. Like she's just looking and she's trying to figure out.
You're the only person who's taking her seriously, to be honest.
I mean, no, I mean, we don't know what Lottie is doing because Evelyn, the player, is unable to speak due to all the laughter or her throat being dead.
Or both.
Uh,
Yeah.
and both. The laughter causing our throat to be further deader.
Yeah. I think Lottie would be trying to make conversation with the little flower on Vegemite's head.
Wait, what? She has
So
a
you're not
flower
talking
on
to
her
the
head?
person.
Oh my gosh, she
You're-
has a flower on her head. Now that's cute and adorable. Where is that person? Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, she does have a flower on her head. Aww.
I had to check just to be sure.
Aww. I also checked because it's cute.
All right.
Yeah.
So I take it we have no leader.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay. Wow. Let's see. We get two. We get 2 for existing.
Oh no! Do we exist though? Does anyone actually exist?
All right. So we have no leader,
Mm.
and start up. We had 1 to start with. You get 2 for
Do
entering
we,
into a combat.
Like, what do we
Well,
have
and-
like as a purpose? Do we even have any purpose?
You tell me. Do you have a purpose?
I don't know what it.
I don't know that the situation has been defined enough that you could state you have a purpose.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't think we have.
No.
Like, yeah, we definitely don't have the same purpose, even if we do have purposes. We might have the same dolphin though. I
Same
needed to make.
dolphin?
I needed to make that joke. Okay, I needed to. Aillas, don't give me
Wow.
that. You know what it was. You know it.
Yeah.
Why do you all have to be, like, to an extent, funny?
What? Are you crazy? That was a terrible pun. You should be angry at me for making that pun.
That's why I said to an extent.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. You know
Are
what?
our team?
I'm gonna say you're ill prepared or
off
off balance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Very ill prepared.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Not even treating this as a combat.
she's gonna be so ticked.
Oh.
All right, and then well, there is no leader, so but I don't know if I feel. Tell you what, why don't we just say that you get? What do you think? Another team worth out of it?
Nah, I think we just like we get 2 from just starting the fight and that's it.
Well, but you lose some when your team is ill prepared or off balance.
Yeah, but like so we only have 1 team total. No, we have 2 team total. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 2 team.
that
2
seems
team.
fine.
Let's say you get 1 from entering the fight and 1 from the start of the session.
Yeah.
Does that sound fair?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So with that, all right. Obviously, she's glowing. Some chains are. All right.
I'm
All
sorry.
right, Annie. Please forgive me. I have not been the best on reading up on everything.
No, it's fine.
What would you suggest as a hard move? Take a
I
condition?
no, I mean it just like follow the like I don't know. It just have to follow the thingy that the situation you have in mind, like how the situation is unfolding. Like you can. That's why I was like curious. You can choose to not do any hard moves, but it did fail.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hit you with a hard move. You're just confused and.
Like you can keep the hard move to be used soon as a villainous thing.
Well, at the moment, we won't hit you with it.
Oh,
You sound so disappointed.
this is me in other games. Like every time I'm a player, I'm like, come on, do bad stuff to my character. It's fun.
Oh, I gotta be honest. I believe in completely torturing my characters.
Yes.
Like I don't want to torture my characters. Just do bad stuff. That way, I get to become heroic and win against it.
Well, you already completely failed your
Yeah,
roll.
That's fun.
All right, people are posting. Am I boring, Flux?
Yes.
Sorry, Flux. Oh,
No,
he said be right back.
No, I think he went to like close the window or something.
He's trying to listen to the prayer going on in the background.
It's like, come on, guys, I'm trying to play a game. Stop doing weird, stuff that you believe in, and let me do the stuff I believe in.
All right, let's see. Okay, so on that note, her body starts to change. She starts to grow. You see wings sprout.
Wait, she physically starts to grow, or like the plants?
Yes, she physically starts to grow. She starts to shapeshift
Oh,
into a ferocious form, which
is it cute?
I have to figure out how to show you. What? She's a vicious, powerful person.
So
You
that's
really
a
think she's cute?
so that's a
Yeah,
yes, right?
quiet you.
Is she?
I'm pretty sure it's about as cute as Beast Boy. So, and who's very cute. So
All right, so let's add a form.
Oh,
I hope you
no.
guys are. I hope you guys are ready to quake in your boots.
There's a quake in my boots.
Oh, Annie.
I and in before I post. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say something, but this distracted me, and I've forgotten what I was going to say.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Evelyn is dying. Evelyn is physically dying right now, Aillas. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. Physical death.
Do not try my patience.
The dragon is
Yes.
I am
talking
a.
with no change in pitch or tone of the voice, right?
Yeah.
Good. Just making
She-
sure.
She sees a reflection in the windows. Oh crackers! I got the wrong dragon.
Wait, how big is the dragon?
Let's say about the size of a car in
Oh,
length.
that's adorable. Oh,
Well, what type of car? That's the question.
yeah, what size
What?
of a car?
Like a
we're gonna
limo,
see.
a mini.
No, about the size of just an average sedan.
I need to Google
Okay.
sedan because I have no idea what that is.
An average car.
I don't know what is average. Okay, got it. Okay, cool.
Average is a measure of
Carness.
the largest versus the smallest, and somewhere in the middle.
The carness. The average is the measure of a car's carness. Car's carness.
All right.
Oh my
So, are you going to refuse to testify, or does this have to get ugly?
You are certainly ugly. You went from cute to ugly, and then I will prepare myself.
Like Daphne has the question mark on her face again because she just thinks the dragon is adorable and doesn't get why Bonnie is thinking that she's ugly.
I look at her. What? I'm not a furry.
And and another question mark appears next to it because the implication is that dragons are furry, which they are not.
Ah,
So, do you submit to my demands?
I'm gonna shake my head for while I like as I'm shaking my head, the question marks dissolve back into a vaguely blobby face. Vaguely blobby face. Shake my head in a no negative fashion.
Please?
I shake again.
oh my god. This. Why am I understanding your words now that I realize this?
then, at that, we find ourselves engaged in a combat.
You're very polite
I'm going to
in a
shrug
manner.
like a slime shrug. Slime shrug. Oh, now I need to Google what a slime shrug looks like because that sounds adorable.
Barney is like commentating on the
No,
side, and she's like, "No one's actually, hello, like, do you see?" And I look around. What, like, are we deserted? Like, are the place deserted?
Yeah, the streets are largely empty. You can tell there's probably people peeking out of windows, but it's the middle of the day, so it's hard to see the people.
Mhm.
But I hear the car.
Yes.
All right. Well, at that, so you guys aren't going to make the first move.
Nope.
Then I shall.
We're just shrugging.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god,
no,
this is a creepy.
no one is acknowledging your presence. Barney said.
She's depressed.
Oh my god, we made a villain depressed. We might be the worst superheroes ever.
She's because I want to get him involved. She's going to charge entropy and try to headbutt him. Entropy, do you have a reaction to this, or do you just want to take a headbutt? Oh, is Entropy not at his keyboard?
I think Flux is still BRB. I don't think he ever returned. Oh my gosh, he's gone. He's gone forever.
I think. Oh, there he
He's
is.
back.
He's been taken by Skynet. Oh no, he's back. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's still Skynet,
Flux.
but
Flux, the cutesy dragon, I mean the vicious villain, wants to headbutt you.
the
Do
cutesy
you
dragon
take
is
any sort of... Do you take any action? All right, why don't you try a directly engage
Oh my
with your
gosh.
Christ cat bat.
Oh my gosh, you're using your cricket bat. Crikey, man. Now
No.
we know why they call it a crike.
Zero danger, go!
Oh my god.
Ow!
That's an amazing zero danger roll. Oof.
All right, why don't you pick your poison?
Pick 2 of your poisons.
Yes. Do you need the list?
Did you pull the... you should have it on the basic moves, right? There you go. Did you pull the cricket bat out of your hammer space?
One and 4.
Yeah, the hammer space. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
used. The hammer space.
Resist, always a good idea, and impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. You
It's a
boink
lame
her in
idea.
the snout, and she jumps back. Cool! Hey, rude! And with a cricket bat, no less. Alright, so that means I will get to react to you. But first, let's check a condition. And again, please bear with me. I'm not used to being behind the scenes. I'm just used to saying I'm doing this silly thing.
Yes.
Instead, I'm doing other silly things.
You have
Battle music?
You have an idea? Flux
Yeah.
Plus. Flux Plus.
For this battle, I think so far it would be carnival music.
Oh wait, wouldn't it be the Benny Hill theme song?
Ooh, good choice.
Mm-hmm.
This seems so appropriate of the Benny Hill theme song. I'm not remotely sorry. Oh man, there's like loud music
All
coming
right.
on the screen.
So at that point, obviously she's actually startled, and she'll back up some, and she'll breathe fire and form a wall between you and her. So there's now a fiery wall separating you two. Anyone else want to act?
I'm going to look at Bonnie and Lottie with a shrug, which is basically asking what,
I
like,
I
or basically asking what should we do here? Like complete shrug.
I look at her and say, "Aren't you a symbol of basically an agent of Aegis? And this is out of she destroyed the uh a building. Aren't we supposed to get her locked down in prison, basically?" And then shrug again. Why are we doing this? Where are we going again?
We're going to the out of character. You would know this, I think, that we're going to the court hearing for a grand jury
Yeah,
hearing
yeah,
or something.
yeah. She's actually saying that in character.
Okay. Okay. I think Nymph is going to try to form a vocal cord and talk to this talk.
Okay.
Uh,
So is that something you think you normally can, or no?
I think I can, but it sounds yeah. I would imagine I can talk normally, but I guess if if this is um
I guess, what are you planning on doing with the talking? Because I imagine you've talked before, so you probably don't need to do an unleash to talk.
not an unleash, but the idea is that you can in stressful situations or some situations you can ask me for an unleash to actually talk, because
Yeah.
she actually
Okay.
has to create, but not I think for this situation we're fine just talking normally.
Okay, what are you planning on saying?
I'm just going to say the sound that she makes is very bubbly, as in not cheerful, just like someone talking with a mouthful of honey that's bubbling.
Charming.
Honey? Why honey? Why
Because
did you have to say? Because it's very viscous. It would be
yes,
really hard to talk with.
exactly, she's very viscous.
Yeah.
She's a slime. It's like,
Oh my god,
yeah,
you're gargling.
yeah, it sounds like gargling, yes. Okay, so I say, did you cause the explosion? Yeah, kind of like that. Did you cause the explosion? Very much, yeah.
Maybe.
I,
She's being evasive.
I love her manners.
as a member of Aegis, I'll have to ask you to surrender.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
How- No, I'm not going to surrender.
Why not?
Slime on, slime girl.
I don't know what.
Because I don't want to go to jail.
You
Ah,
I
she did do it.
oh, you did. Oh, well, you blew up the damage. I kind of want to see what the explosion did. What kind of damage the explosion did. I don't want to figure that out. What would
It's
be
kind of
the?
around the corner. You
Oh,
can't really
okay.
see it. You just see the smoke coming.
Oh, okay. I want to I guess. Oh, there's a flame wall in the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Okay. Um, I'm going to look at Bonnie and say, could you pop over to the corner and see what the damage is? We don't have security cams. What? We don't have security cams. What?
He called you a bimbo? Or are you calling the dragon a bimbo?
I can't tell.
If you admit it, you get
Both.
coolness points from me. Oh yeah, coolness points from entropy is really all she wants.
I mean, we're not in front of the courthouse yet, right? I thought we were on the same road, but not near it yet. Like we were
Yeah,
in that.
you were clustering pretty much outside the
Oh, okay.
building that
Oh, okay.
grand jury's in.
Oh, okay.
Grand jury a lot of times is in a separate building from the
Oh, okay. It's
courthouse.
not a courthouse. Okay, it's just a regular building. Okay, neat.
So I think Flux is saying that if she goes to jail, they'd be able to find out whether or not she caused the explosion based upon security cameras in the area. Though obviously that would be well after the fact.
Yeah, I'm asking like I'm also asking like Bonnie to like pop over the corner because she has the power of teleportation in case Janine has forgotten. So like flame wall does nothing.
Yeah. In
So
other words,
I'm
Janine,
asking.
if you're catching that, he's asking you to go scout out and see whether or not there's any damage,
I mean
any
I literally
Oh.
asked
really
you
any
that.
actual threat.
I literally asked you in that exact word. Would you mind popping over there to see what the damage is? That's literally what I said.
Sure. Bonnie say enthusiastically, sure. And then I will teleport to wherever I think the explosion was. Right,
Okay.
just right in front.
Yeah. So you teleport past her. I'm sorry. Eventually, I'll learn how to make a battle map. You teleport basically past her to the corner, and you can see down the street. There is no actual appreciable damage. There's just a little bit of fire burning out. It
I
looks like, from what you can tell briefly, that some sort of pyrotechnic charge was set off. Basically, a really big firework.
I out my phone, sneak her and take a picture, and then teleport right beside our team leader and show her the picture.
We don't have a
Uh
team leader, but okay.
oh, I
Well,
call you team leader because
Ah,
we're
okay.
basically from ages.
Yeah.
Annie is now team leader. Good job.
Well, I'm not.
I I say, well, at least she's a good girl. She just gave herself a pyrotechnic, essentially. A grand entrance, I say.
I think Nimp is gonna turn to her and say, "You're literally going to get. Uh, if anyone even charges against you, you're probably at most going to get a few days of community service at most, if anyone even
Yeah,
charges you. So you're
mostly
not going to
from
jail. So
noise.
just don't do too much fight. But if we fight, a lot. People might get hurt, buildings might get hurt, then there will be actual damages. Could you please, can you talk this out?
Uh,
You see
are you
Bonnie look. You see
so?
Bonnie just looking at Vegemite condescendingly like an adult look at the child.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm trying to like okay, so there's like so many options for me. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. I kind of want to provoke her into surrendering, and I think it sounds like um Bonnie is trying to aid with that. I think
No, I'm doing the exact opposite of that.
okay.
You're trying to goad her into attacking?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. And the other thing I kind of wanted to do was, since I did introduce myself as Aegis, I kind of want to invoke my authority over civilian Halcyon City personnel to, like, make them do that. Like, does she count as a civilian or Halcyon City personnel? I don't know.
Uh, you don't know. I mean, obviously she doesn't have a local accent, at least not at the moment, unless I screw it up and
No, no. I
start
mean, I
using
don't know
Australian.
how that move works. Like, I've never, like, I've been in a game that has a soldier, but they never use the
Oh,
soldier option, so I don't know how the move
well, let me
works.
look up your move.
Yeah, it's the
I haven't.
soldier thing, the soldier stat.
Yeah,
Like, that's
I
the
have
thing.
not played a soldier either. So interesting. Let's find out.
Yeah, like I copied it on my character sheet at the front page, but yeah, it's also on the playbook.
You mean before we get started, or more than a
No, no,
shield?
no, 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 not the move. The soldier stat extras. There are
Uh,
three options I can do there. When you're acting on orders, when you invoke your authority, and when you ask Aegis for help. There's three things there.
Okay, let's see.
It's right under the soldier stat where the soldier is reached. Higher calling.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's going to be to people that
Yeah,
look
not.
like they're willing to obey the
Yeah,
law.
okay, yeah. Okay, so I wasn't sure how that one actually works. So okay,
Eh,
so
Okay, no worries. I mean,
yeah, no.
yeah, that's basically to.
Okay.
I need to commandeer this vehicle, or
Okay.
you all stand
Okay,
back,
okay,
that type
okay.
of thing.
Okay, that makes sense. So I guess I'm like trying to either convince her to just calm down, I guess, so we can talk.
Oops, did I just close that? Shit, sorry. Okay. Do you want to try a provoke?
Did you just close out of roll 20?
No comment.
I can see you not there. So
Wait, I can make this again. Professionalism.
Ouch.
It's been how long since I've said it?
a month and a half, I think. We missed it.
Yeah.
We miss being able to hear your voice. We still can't really.
Yeah, we still miss hearing your voice.
If I cough enough, I might sound normal.
I don't think that's how it works.
How it worked yesterday.
I'm not a medical professional, but I'm pretty sure that's not how the throat works.
All right. If you want to try a provoke roll, try a provoke roll.
All right, sure. Let's do the silly things and the dumb things. Yay! Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh my god! Did I literally just convince them to rise to the bait and do what I want, which is to calm down and talk peacefully? Oh my god!
Codswallop. The dragon looks frustrated. The little bit that was still left of the wall of fire burns out. The dragon puts her hands in the air and then disappears.
Oh.
Wait, the dragon disappears? Oh, nice. She
Yeah.
can also teleport. Neat.
And then you hear another explosion.
Ah, gosh, dang it.
This one's a little further down the road.
Now what?
In the name of God.
Dragon Girl is
Just-
frustrated and vanishes. And another explosion down the street is heard. Okay, yes, please go. I was just writing. I know I was talking. I don't know why.
No, you're fine.
And you're gonna see the slime face palm. The fun fact is the arm and the face just morphs into each other and then morphs back into forming an arm and a face.
What?
I literally put my face, like arm into my face in face palm and then pull it out again. Because I can do that.
Bonnie shudders. Oh gosh.
Lottie just stares in amazement.
Like what? I'm going to like start walking towards the explosion.
Yeah. So pretty
I
much the corner that she
yeah.
teleported to,
Hmm.
it's gonna be. You can tell it kind of came from that direction from around that corner. Now, Janine, you had teleported back, correct? To show
Yes.
him. Okay, so no one is around that corner as yet.
Yes.
I'm walking towards it, but literally everyone can run faster than me or walk
She,
faster than me.
I I ran and stopped and looked at her and then you know, oh my god, and then I will just teleport there. What is it now?
Now you see there's an explosion actually in a building. Those of you familiar with the area will recognize that the
No, no,
building is in,
no, the fire went out. Flux. The firewall went out.
yeah, it just burned out. And it wasn't. It was more to block her. It wasn't necessarily to block the entire street.
Yeah. Oh, this one's real. I look. I
Uh,
forgot your name and
so there's a hole like in the side of the building.
Yes, and those of you familiar with the building will know that that is in fact one of the jails.
Oh no.
I scream at name.
It's like a
Uh,
holding jail, right? Where the like they're awaiting trial or the things, not like the actual
Correct.
correction
It's used
facility.
for
Okay,
misdemeanors and people awaiting trial before they get sent
well,
upstate or up
up
province.
court.
for their
I don't
trials. Yeah,
know.
okay, okay. So it's not the actual prison. All right.
No, it's
Yeah.
not long term, but for all intents and purposes, it kind of is a prison.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're
I
stopping people from. I mean, technically speaking, when you ground a kid, you're imprisoning them. Technically speaking.
I suppose.
and I basically shout out to my comrades and say, "Oh, it's a real explosion this."
See. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to snip a picture so I can make it a battle map if we want.
Yes. It's the shortcut for snipping a picture is Windows key Shift and S.
Oh.
I use that so often. God damn it.
But that's handy to know.
Yes.
Alright.
It's also
And that's to the
doable in
clipboard.
one hand.
Now, can I just copy into the clipboard into the user interface?
Yeah, sure. I
Okay,
think.
so
I don't actually know.
Good
I don't know how Roll20 works. I know you can copy it directly onto Discord.
oh, okay. Control.
I don't know how like Roll20 works though.
Damn. Roll20 is being annoying.
Roll20
When's
does
it
that.
not?
Roll20 does that. Hey, I mean, at least it's free.
Ooh, that's a sizable picture.
Oh my gosh, how heavy is it? Oh damn! Oh, it's a Google map.
Yeah. I'm not.
I thought that
Well,
was
then
I'm not that
GTA.
original.
well,
Okay,
I
so
mean, then
if you
we.
look at the upper right, sorry.
Yeah, no, oh, okay, it's fine. Like when you upload it to Google, yeah, you already have it like saved somewhere, so you can just, I don't know actually how you. I don't know. I have no idea what I was talking about. Please ignore me.
All right, so the building you see that kind of triangular in the upper right hand corner, that's the jail. There's
The 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 one that looks like a weird shaped M.
Yeah, yeah. That's the jail. The northernmost, the northwest point of it is where there's a big hole in the side of the building and smoke is pouring out.
Okay, so the leftmost corner, right?
Yes. And you guys will see 3 bad guys that you will be familiar with.
Who you? Which you?
All 3 of you guys, or all 4 of you guys, will recognize these as villains.
Really? We do?
Richard.
Did you see them?
We
Can you
we
see them?
we see Bill, Bob, and Dick.
Richard. Oh, you want to piss him off? Call him Dick. But so you will recognize these villains as the steampunks.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
German villains who go around
Oh,
in steam-powered suits of power armor.
Hey, at least they're not going the overused trope of like Nazism or something.
oh my god, wait, this is something Aillas is doing. The German.
What's
Yes,
that?
Els is going to do a German accent. Evelyn, I must warn you that you may
Don't
actually die.
spoiler it.
You may actually
No,
die.
I'm just making sure if I need to mute.
Do you even need to ask that? I mean, anytime Alice does any accent, you need to mute because you're going to cry until.
Well, you never know. Better safe than sorry.
You can see that they're removing chunks of concrete and all that. Their armor is hissing and blowing steam, but almost in a musical fashion.
How did they get
Between the
their
different
armor?
ones.
I'm so confused.
What's that?
Like
How did
Nymph is confused, and this is her internal voice. Is that how did they get their armor? That should have been they should have been undressed from their armors.
they built their armor? No. These guys are coming from the outside.
Oh, I thought they were coming from the inside of the jail. Okay, my bad.
No.
My bad.
Oh.
So, where are they coming from?
They're on the outside. They're clearing away rubble, obviously, to get to someone inside the jail.
No, like which direction are they coming from? Yes.
You see that point?
Yes.
And see that black vehicle right above the tree?
Oh,
They're right
no.
around there.
Oh no. Oh,
This
no.
is a prison break.
Oh no.
Entropy will sporadically be on. He's getting ready for bed.
Wait, Entropy is getting ready for bed?
Apparently.
Do we need to like end the session before we like do anything? Because Flux is
Entropy, how long? I'm sorry, Flux, how long you got? Flux, how long you got, you think, before you go to bed? Please?
Oh boy.
So you're going to bed in 5 minutes, or okay, you're.
He's going to bed in 5 minutes. We doomed you.
Well, I mean, we can carry this into a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I mean technically we are like two of us are silent today, and one of us is like one of the silent one is slowly dying.
Sorry.
So no,
It's okay.
You shouldn't
No,
apologize.
this
for
will
dying,
give me a
that's-
chance to look at. This will give me a chance to read more rules.
Yeah, I also accidentally may have logged out of Roll20.
So it's good to know it's contagious, apparently.
I was trying to copy paste the images, and instead of right clicking copy image, I clicked view image, so it just kicked me out of Roll20. God damn it! Why?
Oh
It's just like right next to each other. God damn it! The option is right there. Why? Why do you do this?
no.
But anyway, yeah. So I like, yeah, like I don't mind if we have to, like,
Okay.
we should,
Well, I've got to intro these guys. So
yes.
as you guys round the corner and they see heroes coming to intervene, who they thought were going to be adequately distracted for a while, but unfortunately Vegemite was not as mighty as they hoped.
God damn it.
Bob shouts, "We are the steampunks!" And Richard says, "Yes, we are." And of course, Bad Bill says, "We are definitely the steampunks." And the music of their machines chimes in, and then they start to sing. "We are the steampunks, and we are here to say, we will boil and broil you all the livelong day. If
I
you should cross our path, so you know the score, you will get hit under the collar. What are villains for?"
I am going to clap. Nymph is going to clap and like applaud. That is amazing. That is so amazing that they have a theme song and we don't. Like, I'm going to clap and I'm going to like look at like Bonnie and gesture that we should also have a theme song. But I'm going to only gesture it, not talk it. I'm just gesturing, and for some reason, some comical reason, Bonnie can understand me. That, like,
Yes.
understand this situation that we need a theme song.
I just say, you guys look cool until you fucking sang. And I facepalm and I say to him, "Don't you dare make me sing."
But
I'm going to have a
Bill, I do not think they are taking us seriously.
I'm going to have a sad emoji like Bob, like only facing towards like Bonnie, like sad emoji.
Lottie's gonna chip in and say that she thinks their singing was brilliant.
And I I think I'm going to point to you, Lottie, and like shake my head furiously that yes.
And Bonnie just groans, "No."
Wait, Aillas, how long did it take you to write that?
Oh, that was just a couple minutes. But I had
Are you just casually flexing on your ability to write rhymes? I think he did. Casual flex.
Can you help me with my music composition?
Why did I see this coming? I saw this coming.
so do we cliffhanger it there?
Probably.
Yes.
Please.
Okay. Thank you. I to my knowledge, actually everything's pretty clear, except I think 2 weeks. I think I'll have to have a short session. Not that this wasn't short, but 2 weeks I'll have to have a short session. But I
Like
think
short as in
everything's mostly
like short as in this one or shorter
less
than
than
this
2
one?
hours. No, not as short as this one.
Oh, okay, this is like we
But
haven't even crossed 1 hour yet. It's just hitting
I know.
59 minutes.
Yeah, less than 2 hours
Okay.
or 2
That's
hours
fine.
ish.
That's totally fine.
So
Like 2 hours is twice the amount of time we had today.
I know. So I apologize that this one was short.
That's
I
fine.
really hope everyone feels better.
That was worth it.
We're still wiggling out of our vacation, but yes,
What? We're wiggling out of what?
vacation,
Ah, okay. Yeah.
hungover.
Oh, so but thank you all. Thank you all for being patient through all the starts and stops over the course. So I think we should be able to get better on track. And I hope I improve. I hope I
Better
improve with time.
try.
half of the stars and stops were caused by us just talking random nonsense. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're still wiggling out of our vacation hangover.
yeah,
It, okay, but thank you all. So, um, I guess do we want to have any
I
thorns and roses?
I
probably no, like probably no end of session, I guess.
I I mean, do you? I'll put it up to you guys.
No,
If you guys think,
I vote that we shouldn't have it because it's like really short and we
yeah,
didn't do
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
anything that
you
would.
faced one incompetent villain who is a perfect
Hey,
member
hmm
of your
We
class.
pretty much demoralized her.
She's so polite.
I know,
Yes.
like she would make a great, like she would make a great hero. God damn it!
Yeah.
Nymph needs to like save her from her path of villainy and make her into a hero. This needs to happen. Like she's like Peaky Blinders. You just want to give them a hug.
Uh, Well, and who wouldn't?
I,
Now,
I mean, it's
how
Peaky
did
Blinders.
the out of curiosity, how well did Capers go?
We didn't do anything.
Uh, oh, you
Yeah.
haven't done. Okay.
Now I we
Mm-mm.
should we stop the recording now? I don't know.
Yeah, we can stop. I think
I don't know.
if everyone's good. Yeah, that's good. We can stop.